So I had originally already recorded this video, but I want to take a very different approach to it this time. It sounded very scripted and just like, I sounded like a complete fucking nerd, and I don't want to sound like that. I sounded like Downward Thrust and Clear Prince Gaming. If you watch either of them, that's fantastic, but dude, no, not a fan, not a fan. I'm going to do shit my own way, right? Not scripted, none of it. I'm just going to talk out my ass and hopefully you enjoy it. But I miss the old Fortnite. Like, I really do. So I started playing Fortnite day one when it came out. Like, I remember streaming it, everybody was streaming it, they're like, holy crap, it's the new Battle Royale on the field. I remember predicting that Battle Royale would be the next big thing. I could probably go back and get a clip of me saying when PUBG was kind of starting to rise a little bit. I was like, dude, this is like it. This is the thing. Because I started on H1, then I went to PUBG, and then I went to Fortnite, and now I'm like exclusively Fortnite. But I missed the old Fortnite because it was really, really, really good. And it's still a good game, but there's just some issues with it. Nothing compares to loading up Fortnite before Season 3. You'd hear, you know, the infamous original OST, the da-dun, like it was really, really good. The game was played so much differently back then as well. Like, everybody was a complete just noob. Building wasn't used as much as gunfights, and like gunfights actually felt consistent. Like, pumps didn't hit for fucking 8 damage. They actually hit for the proper amount, and you could actually one-hit somebody with a pump. None of this 80 bullshit. Like, if you were hitting someone with a pump at close range, they were gone, they were deleted, that's it. Unless they had some shield on, then they'd be fine. But, you know, it's completely different. There's no double pump now, which is, I mean, you can think what you want. But now we have this new SMG meta in Season 5, and I personally think it sucks. It's not good. While the map has improved loads since Season 3, I would say, because obviously Tilted Towers, I feel, ruined this game. And now they've put in enough other cool stuff to kind of make Tilted not the only place to go. It makes the map flow a little bit better, but it's still not where it needs to be. But I remember when Fortnite was at its peak. Like, right now we have 50v50, which is essentially where all the noobs go, which is a shame because you can play solo, duo, and squads, and it's going to be a lot sweatier than what it originally used to be. I remember playing before there was even seasons, and I can show you clips of me getting wins without even getting a kill. All you would have to do is just build a sky base. Nobody would look up in the air and expect crazy stuff like that. Or you could bush camp. I know it's newbie, but you could totally do it. And you cannot do that kind of stuff anymore. You know, you get to end game and it's always the same scenario. It comes down to who's got the most materials, who's got the better gun, who's got the most health. You know, that's it. And I get that that makes sense, sure. But it's just not as fun because every win and every game is very predictable. There's no element of RNG where it needs to be. The RNG aspects are unfortunately in the wrong places, and I'm going to explain why here right now. Bloom. Bloom is hard to explain what it really is, and I'm going to try my best to without having to show you a clip, but I'm going to show you the clip, I think, because I'm going to try to explain it, but I don't know if I can do it properly. But Bloom is essentially RNG for shooting. So your bullets spread and hit anywhere in your crosshair instead of the dead center. Now, if you don't understand what that means, and you probably should, but here is a clip of Bloom in action. $10 every day for the canteen. And I just eventually got sick of, Yeah, I love Fortnite. I love the Bloom-based system in this game. Fantastic. Like, it is just absolutely fucking horseshit, man. Like, it literally is bullshit. See, Bloom is something they give to the newer players to give a chance to pro players. Now, in saying that, everybody has Bloom. It's not like just new players have it over old players, or old players just get it to have a disadvantage. That's not how it works. Like, everyone has Bloom. Every gun has Bloom. Besides a couple, there is actually a couple guns, like the scoped AR and the thermal AR that don't have it. They are hit scan weapons, and where you shoot is where it is going to hit 110% of the time, which is why they're actually my favorite guns. Unfortunately, I don't hit for enough, and I'll get into that later, but Bloom can literally win or lose you a game regardless of skill. It's a broken mechanic that is really... It's insulting to players like me who have been playing, you know, FPS games and Battle Royale games for years now, and then I come into this, and suddenly, you know, my accuracy doesn't mean shit because it's randomized. It absolutely sucks. Damage drop-off. Gone are the days where a SCAR could hit for 70 across the map. If you guys are OG, you'll remember that the SCAR and the scoped assault rifle were absolute powerhouses. The Scar hit for something like 70 damage. The scoped was hitting into like close to the 90s as well, like ridiculously high damages, and this is without like being up close. This is far away. Damage drop off just wasn't a thing. You could use a Scar, you could use a scoped at distance. Now all you can do is use a sniper, because if you hit somebody for 20 damage, man, that is nothing. They're just gonna start building, so there's literally nothing you can do at range unless you're gonna be able to snipe them. Nothing is a viable option besides the snipers. But back before damage drop off, obviously you could just 2-tap somebody with a Scar and they were gone. Like, it was drilled into them. You know, they didn't have time to build. Gone are the days where you can do that. And it absolutely sucks that they've done that. Like, literally, the scoped AR, for example, it used to hit for 90 damage, man. It hits for 46 now. You need to hit them in the head over 4 times just to kill them if they have 200 shield. From that range, man, it's just not going to happen. Like, they're going to be building by then, and that's a damn shame. Next up is materials. Now, materials are what makes this game kind of flow, realistically. Gathering mats seems to get harder and harder with each update. Like, seriously, they just make it harder and longer to get more materials. It seems they don't want you to build in a game that is all about building. It has fucking Fort in the name. Like, honestly, building is what makes Fortnite unique, and is the main reason people play it, as the shooting mechanics in this game are just dog shit. They're hot garbage, man, let's be real. Building is a skill and a tool that, if used correctly, can make you better than most players. It really can. Like, if you are a good builder, you can be better than somebody who's got good gun skill, man, because you have bloom randomizing it. So if you get the better bloom on the day, dude, you're gonna win because you've got the better advantage because you can build better. Obviously, that's not how it's always gonna go, but typically, you know, it makes sense to go like that. Building, however, has been getting nerfed significantly to cater for lower end players, which I honestly think it's going to kill this game, man. It is going to slowly be the downfall of this game by taking building out and not bringing it to the next level. Because we see over the course of the past 5 seasons, players have gone from not building at all to be able to build ridiculously fast and build these insane structures and all of this just crazy stuff. And we've seen people, like countless streamers and YouTubers, blow up over their insane building efforts. And what happens if you take that away? Fortnite is just, it's not what it used to be, right? Like, it's going to be, a randomized game with bloom. The RNG mechanics are in the wrong places. They really, really are. Like, this bloom system and having, building being nerfed, it rewards bad players. And I've seen it kill the Call of Duty franchise, and I don't want it to kill this franchise. Next up is the map flow. Now, map flow is important because Fortnite's map flow hasn't actually been all that great since about Season 2, I would say. The end of Season 2, midway to the end, I do believe is when they introduced Tilted Towers, if I'm not mistaken. I do remember it being introduced, and everybody dropped there, and it was like the big city to go to, because it was bigger than Pleasant, it was better than Retail, and it was better than Salty, so everybody kind of just went to Tilted. That's the new place to go. Unfortunately, nobody left there. Like, everybody just drops there every single game. Because it's just, you go Tilted, right? Like, it's the hardcore place to go. So everybody drops there and goes for as many kills as possible, which makes sense because you want to get more kills, you want to have more fun, you want the games to feel like they flow good. But the problem is, if you don't drop Tilted, the game just flows like ass, man. Like, you'll have first zone roll in, you'll have anywhere from about 40 to 20 players remaining, which is a joke. There should still be at least 60, I'd say, by first zone. But there's not, because everybody just drops at Tilted, and half the lobby just gets eradicated there instantly into the game. The map flow needs something to be worked on. Honestly, what they need to do is that they need to make the map zones different. What they need to do is not have your end games in the traditional Tilted, Salty, or Dusty area. They need to have, like, Flush Factory, Junk Junction, Risky Reels, end games. They need to move all of these, like, end zones to the other side of the map. Have it in the middle sometimes, have it on the outskirts sometimes, Make it so that we have more games on the outskirts, because I don't even think I've had a Junk Junction end game in the entire time I've been playing. I've been playing since day 1 of Fortnite, before seasons, up until season 5, I've never had a Junk Junction end game. Like, it just doesn't happen, man. It's really, really, really rare for that kind of stuff to happen, and it's a damn shame. So what they could do is they could rework the zones, make them go a little bit faster, help make the game flow like Blitz mode. I don't even care, man. Everybody loves Blitz. Make it happen, dude. Like, if people are bad and they can't get used to it, They'll just have to adapt and get better. That's how it's always worked for most games, man. That's how we started playing Fortnite, and that was less than a year ago. Like, it wasn't that long ago. Make it happen, man. Epic, just do it. Just do it. Fix the shotguns, fix the bloom, fix the materials. You know, just take a week off. Don't release skins. Fix the game. And my God, I will love you. Anyways, with that being said, guys, that is going to conclude today's video. Videos this week, because I am in the US currently. Actually, at the time of the recording, I'm not, but I'll be in the US when you're watching this. Hopefully, I'm having a fantastic time with that. I bet I am. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. If you guys are new, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and I'll see you guys in another video.